Hello? I think I might be having some technical difficulties, but we'll see if this is working when I start seeing people come on. Yeah, I think it's on. Okay, so hi guys. What is today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families and ate lots of good food. Ryan and I just got back from New York, so I apologize. I didn't do a video last week. I was planning on it, and we got so busy doing all sorts of things in New York and spending time with Ryan's family, so I didn't have a chance to do my video. So, but we had a great time. I've always wanted to go to the Macy's Day Parade, and it was so much fun. We were able to get a pretty good seat. We woke up pretty early, and it wasn't nearly as crowded as I thought it would be. And it was just great. You know, New York is a fun place. It's different. It's much different than Montana, that is for sure. The people are just very direct, but it was so fun being able to take the subway systems. I love that you wouldn't have to have a car in New York. I just think that that would be ideal. Like, could you imagine working, like, this is my ideal life, traveling and working, because I love to do both, and maybe I would get a ticket and start working and get a one-way or like a round-trip ticket to somewhere new. I would work on the train ride on the commute. I would go and take like a few-hour break and enjoy whatever place the train took me to, and then I'd get back on the train, finish up my work for the day, and come home. Like, that would be ideal. We don't necessarily have like a long commute in Montana, so that's kind of nice, but oh man, I remember living in LA and really not enjoying the 4 hours of traffic, and there's nothing you can do because you're driving. They don't necessarily have a really good transit system. So that's something I really loved about New York. And the parade was so fun. Those balloons are huge. I mean, you really don't even know like how big they are when you see them on TV. But when they go by and Olaf was there, it was great. And we got to see Jimmy Fallon, who's hilarious. So we had a great time. So it was really fun in New York. Got some great shopping in, and yeah, just really enjoyed our trip. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are crushing it, right? If you're my retailers out there, I hope you had an amazing week last week, but it's not over, right? We still have a long time. Oh, good. Okay, we've got some people on here. I wasn't sure if it was on, but we still have a long time till Christmas to maximize our sales. And there's plenty of people that did not participate in Black Friday shopping or, you know, didn't want to necessarily be with the crowd. So we still have a full, month now? Little over a month to capitalize on our sales. So what I wanted to talk about today was upselling. And usually the reaction that I get when I talk about upselling from employees is like, oh, I don't want to ever come off pushy, and you know, I don't really like sales. I have news for you. 13% of all jobs in the US, that's 1 in 8 people, are in sales. And if you don't like to sell things, you're probably in the wrong business. So that's maybe, you know, check that. Number 1, do you like to sell? Because you're in it and you're gonna have to sell. But today we're gonna talk about 3 ways you can upsell without being this pushy salesperson. So the first one is, and I talked a little bit about this in the last video, is building the relationship. Here's the thing, it's not pushy if you've built trust. So the customer has to trust you, know, like, and trust you. We know that, we've heard it, in order to sell anything. So if you just start throwing your product out there or throwing all the new things you just got in and you haven't built a relationship, you're gonna be pushy. It's gonna come off pushy. Maybe you're just excited because you unwrapped a new shipment or you got your favorite product in and you just want to share it with your client, but if you're just kind of spewing that out there without a relationship, it's really not benefiting you. So you have to build that relationship first. Think about it. If you were, if a friend of yours, you're shopping, and a friend is like, hey, Janine, check out this item, I thought you would like it. I wouldn't think that she's trying to like get me to buy something because she's built that relationship. So make sure you do that before you try to sell anything. And I have a whole sales training that I do both in person with stores, but I'm also going to work on getting that online in the next year. So I'm really excited about that. There's so much I can go into how you build that relationship. it would take like an hour on this live video, and I know you're all busy. But that's the number one thing. The first thing, build the relationship. The second thing, when you're thinking about how to upsell, so we're assuming now you've built the relationship, okay? The second thing is, are you suggesting complementary items? There's a difference in, let's just say you're a clothing store. I'm gonna use that as an example, but this can apply to all types of retail. Let's just say a customer has picked up a skirt. Awesome. And that customer wants to try on the skirt. What you can do to upsell is complete the outfit, because who knows? Like when I shop, I'm usually in workout clothes. So sports bra and a tank top and a little bit of sweat in a skirt isn't necessarily going to make me feel out the skirt in the way that I like really know how I could wear it. So something as a sales associate that you could do is complete the look. And if you've built that relationship, you can certainly ask, like, I'd love to throw in a top with a skirt so you can kind of see how it looks and how you can put it together. Maybe you have something like this top, but I'm still going to suggest things. Now where you might come off pushy is if you overload a fitting room with jeans and a shirt and shoes and all of these other items that weren't really relative to what I was looking for, or maybe what you thought I was looking for. You should have gotten that information in the relationship building period. So suggest complementary items. Also, let's say you're a gift store. I mean, how many people like need a card with the gift? Or I love, when I gift shop, I love it. And I'm so excited. I'm gonna hopefully do some pictures of gift wrapping. Like, I love Christmas. My favorite thing to do is wrap presents. But say you've got a gift, I'll just grab this. I have this. I've been using this spritz and I love it. I got it from Joy Living, and this one's Good Morning Beautiful. But for example, say I was getting this spritz for a gift. I don't want to just like give this one little thing. Maybe there's a collection that you could upsell me that has multiple. And in fact, this one did, and they did a great job. This came with 5. What a great gift item, right? So that's a way to upsell. Maybe I told you that I'm shopping for a gift and my friend really likes candles. Well, what else could I put with candles? Well, maybe something to relax, or maybe something to journal in, or maybe some tea, or a really cute boss mug, right? What could you do to complement that one item so that you could up your UPTs, your units per transaction? My goal when I work with clients and sales is specifically to have at least 2 to 3 units per transaction. That means if someone came in there and they're gonna buy this one thing, I'm gonna do everything I can as a sales associate to add on at least 1 other item or 2 other items. That will literally double your sales. Like, I know that seems crazy, but if you actually do the math, that can double or triple your sales just by being proactive in your approach of how you suggest or complement something that they may have picked up. Again, have to have that relationship first, and then the second thing would be complementary items. The third thing that I would suggest is don't go to the register. I know that sounds crazy, but I will never you'll never see me be the first person to go to the register. In fact, I don't really go to the register until the customer is like getting their wallet out. Why? Because if I, as a sales associate, as a business owner, if I'm helping a client and I've grabbed the items that they wanted and I'm gonna go gift wrap them, what have I just done? I've lost the ability to help guide them or help still suggestively sell to them. I've basically said, oh, you're done. Let me wrap this and get you out. How many times, and I mentioned this in the video last week, 2 weeks ago, I mentioned how many times do people go to leave and see like a few items on the way out and they're like, oh my God, I need that, and they end up buying more things. So the sale is not over until literally they are out of the door. So that's another thing when you're thinking about upselling. At the register, you should have some point of sale items. These items should be easy, things I want to touch, things I put on my fingers, things I want to smell. You're matching all of the senses. And you don't want to overload a counter, especially when you think about how your branding is, and you don't want to like crowd it or necessarily sell like Coke. But there's a reason why at literally everywhere, Best Buy, it is literally an electronics store, right? and I can get like candy, gum, soda right at the register. So you have to be able to have those little items at the register that they can buy too. So I'm not going to stand behind the counter while they're fiddling. I'm going to be with them. I've built a relationship with them. I'm going to be standing with them. I'm going to be talking about the items. I'm going to, whatever comes naturally, I'm certainly not going to be pushy. But if I've built the trust, I'm never pushy. But I am going to talk to them about some of the items that maybe they're touching, or maybe I'm going to grab another item over here. But if someone came into a store and they wanted a gift and I've just upsold a few things, and then I go to the register, who am I to say that like they weren't buying 2 gifts for people, or buying a slew of bridesmaids gifts, or maybe a bunch of baby gifts, or girlfriend, a wedding shower. You know, if I close the sale, if I go behind the register, and if I start wrapping something, I'm basically saying you're done. And I think that is like a very subtle thing that you can do to help upsell more items to your customer. Let them tell you you're done. How are they going to tell you they're done? Well, they might say like, I think I'm good, I'm done. Or yes, can you gift wrap that? I'm good. Or I'm going to grab my wallet, or I'm going to grab my card. I'm going to get ready. Like, you're going to know when someone's ready to buy something. But if they're still wandering around, there's an opportunity there. And I think we really, really miss that. Hi guys. Thanks for joining me live. So I really wanted to talk about upselling because we still have a month. We have a month until Christmas. It's not over just because Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, it is not over. People are still buying gifts, and in fact, after the new year, hopefully they'll have gift cards to spend in your shop. So how can we capitalize on the sale? How could we double our sales? An easy way is to train your team and your mindset to never sell just one item. To me, and in my past, when I worked at retail stores and as a manager and things, I considered it a huge loss if someone walked out with that one thing. I mean, it is a win, right? It's better than nothing, but what could I have done to proactively double the sales, essentially? I could have suggested a piece of jewelry that goes with that necklace. I could have suggested a card to go with that gift. That simple thing, you know, cards are like $6 now, and the markup on that is amazing. So that little thing can just tremendously impact your goals. So never be satisfied with one thing. Build that relationship first, right? I would love to do a whole video on that. Unfortunately, I think it would take like an hour, and I don't know if you guys have that attention, but build the relationship and build the trust with your customer first. That's the only way that you're not going to come off as some like pushy salesperson. You have to build a relationship. It can't seem like I'm just trying to push a product on you. And the only way to not do that is to actually build a genuine connection with the person you're working with, right? Number 2, suggest complementary items. Things that easily go with something that you've picked out or suggested. I'm never going to say, oh, just, you know, here's a candle. Here, this candle's great. I might be like, these 2 candles look so cute together, or maybe I want these 2 things together, you know? Or you mentioned something about the person that they really love tea. We actually have this candle here, and they have a whole tea collection, right? Like if you're listening to the customer's need, you would be able to suggest items that make sense. So it's not confusing. It doesn't come off like you're being pushy. It makes a lot of sense because you've actually listened. You've actually built that relationship to suggest complementary items. That's number 2. Number 3 is don't go to the register. You literally shouldn't ring someone up until they tell you that they're done. There's just so much opportunity to still add on items. The moment we go to the register and start checking them out is the moment they're like, oh, I guess I am done. But how many of us love to wander the things around the cash register? How many of us still like to kind of take a peek around? Maybe someone's been so helpful, but I do just kind of want to look at, you know, some other things for me, you know, and that's the thing too. I don't know about you. I know for sure for me, when I go gift shopping, it's like 2 for them, 1 for me. So even though I might be getting a gift or something, I'm also probably looking for myself. So just know that there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of ways that you can suggestively sell to people without being pushy, when you feel like you're being pushy, it's because you started with your product, maybe you jumped right into questions, right? You have to build a relationship with the customer first. You have to know why they're there. You find out the customer needs, you build a connection, and then you can go from there. So, hi Kristen, hi guys. Did you guys all have a great Thanksgiving? I'd love to know too what you guys got to do. Did you do anything fun? What's your favorite thing to eat? So, a lot of you may not know this, but many years ago I was vegan, and then I moved to Montana, and that's just, hard. It's hard to be vegan here. And I kind of sacrificed that for the last 7 years, and I'm back to being vegan. And one thing that was just so hard was Thanksgiving. But it was great. Ryan did great. This was his first Thanksgiving without turkey. He did great. We had lots of sides, and we were in New York, so there were vegan restaurants on every corner, and I really, like, if I could have another person in me, I would have a vegan restaurant in Montana. I don't know if people would be down with that, but I would do it. But yeah, what's your favorite side? What's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving? Did you guys have a good time? Would love to know. Did anybody shop local, right? I hope you did. Why is it important to shop local? Guys, we got to support the community, and actually I think it's something like 90-something%, I'm going to be very vague, but it's a very large percentage of when you actually spend money with a local business, it stays in your community. So it's so easy to go online, I know, but support your small businesses. That's what's going to support your community. They're the ones who are going to, do your donation packages for your local nonprofits. They're the ones that are supporting the community as a whole, and your money stays here. It doesn't necessarily go everywhere else. And so that is good for your community. So I hope you shop small. Gosh, we have so many things. Okay, next week is the Wise Women's International Summit. This is a completely free online summit event, okay? With like 14 women from Dubai and China. Like, this is crazy. I can't wait. It's December 8th and 9th, and I'll be one of the presenters. Each of us, there's 15 of us. It's a 2-day summit, I think, with a few hours, but it's like 30 minutes per speaker. You get to do a Q&A. It's gonna be amazing. I've got links. I'll post something on my Facebook. I don't think I have anything on there with the actual link to register. I've got links on my Instagram to register, but would love to see you guys there. It's all about women taking their career and their business to the next level in 2018. And I'm so honored to be a part of that, a very small part of that, but that's December 8th and 9th. That is next week. So get registered for that. I think it's a great way to kind of get going. And I'm going to be talking about the customer experience and how to increase your profits through that customer experience. So some of the things I've touched on some of these videos are what I'm going to talk about, but in so much more detail. And I've got a great offer after to get some free information from me, to do a free call with me, and I've got some great things I'm doing. I'm honestly exhausted, but I'm so excited because I have some awesome products I can't wait to launch in the new year. A lot of you know that I did my time and money workshop this year, and Kristen, you were amazing. I love all the photos, and the video is awesome, but I'm launching that live in January. It's going to be an online course. I filmed the whole event, so you're going to feel like you were there. So if you had the fear of missing out and couldn't make it, now is your time. So that's going to be launching in January. I've got new coaching programs that you can work with me on, and I just can't wait. I hope that you guys are killing it this season. Remember to build a relationship with your customer, be proactive in the sales transaction, upsell to people, follow through. Remember your customer capture. That was the first video I did. Are you capturing on all of the people walking into your location right now? If it is the busiest time of year and you don't have their name, phone number, email address, something's wrong. This is the time to capitalize on that information, to thank your customers for shopping with you, to be able to promote items to them later. It's much easier, it's much more cost effective if you can actually capitalize on existing customers versus acquiring new customers. It's like significant. So make sure you're capturing your customer information, make sure you're building that relationship, make sure that you don't take just looking personally, right? And that was the last video I did, and be proactive in the sale. So next week I'll be going live. If you guys have any questions, you don't have to just have a retail business. If you have any questions on sales or how to grow your business in 2018, comment. I mean, I am on my Facebook every day, all day. So comment, ask me your questions. I'd love to do some more Q&As in some of these live videos where maybe I talk for 10 minutes and the next 10 minutes I'm doing all Q&A about your business. It's 2018 is like coming up so soon, and I want this to be the year of breakthrough. I literally told my business coach I want to punch 2018 in the face. Like, this is how excited I am about the next year. I want you to be excited about next year. I want you to maximize your potential in your business. This is what I was put on this earth to do. I really believe that, is to help you create the life and the career that you love and that you thrive off of, that you get to exert your gifts and talents and abilities, and that you get to live out a purpose-driven life. Like, I love that. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you next week. I can't wait. And go sign up for that summit. It's a free event. On my Facebook, I've got information. I'll post in this video in the comments a link there. Get registered. You guys, this is like learning from CEOs of Exxon and like women in Dubai. Like, this is gonna be amazing. It's free. There's literally no reason why you shouldn't register. So I hope you guys can register. I hope to see you there. I'll see you in a live video before that. But thanks for watching, and hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, guys.